It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Pass to Duncan. Back to Halliburton. Three-pointer. Philadelphia grabs the miss. And few players are more valuable to their teams than Tyrese Halliburton, Grant.
Yeah, he leads the way for them, B.A. An efficient scorer, elite playmaking, and disruptive defensively. And, of course, he makes clutch plays at both ends.
Now here's Grimes. Beyond the arc. And Anthony hits from deep.
His three-point shot can be streaky from game to game and season to season, but Melo's certainly a threat from out there.
Siakam outside. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Nesmith brings a double. Pass to Grimes. Halliburton with a steal. And now Indiana on the fast break. Outside Nesmith to the paint. Here's Duncan. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Boy, the recognition in the field right there from Aaron Nesmith, making a play out of pick and roll. So beautifully done.
Here's Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
76ers substitution. Number 1.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. I asked, what do you do about Tyrese Maxey, a guy who can spark plays out of thin air? Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, I'm trying to keep someone in front of him all night. I don't want Maxey seeing the shots he wants or the passing lanes he's looking for. It's a tough assignment, but Coach says he's got the right guys for the job. Back to you, B.A.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Maxey. And miss after miss right now. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. One of the things you love about Tyrese Halliburton is clutch game.
You need your best players to be fearless in those moments and to play with a verve and a confidence that permeates the entire roster. And you've got to be a shot maker. Tyrese Halliburton is all of those things.
Here's Duncan. On the wing, Nembhard. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game.
You can see how comfortable Nembhard is operating in pick and roll action, just taking what's available.
Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Nesmith with it, and Anthony picks him up defensively. They set a pick, out to the wing. Back to Nembhard. Pass to Halliburton. Clock at 6. They get it again. Duncan, no good.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Drummond with the screen. Inside. And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's George. The Sixers with another miss.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Halliburton looking over the floor. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Halliburton. Nembhard outside. There's a screen. To the inside. Duncan. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Andre Drummond. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Indiana.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And a two-handed jam.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Duncan. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. And Neesmith gets it to go.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
For three, George. The rebound by Duncan.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal, trying to answer back with a three of his own there.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And so it's Indy. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And the basket by Halliburton. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Huff. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Out to Oubre. Stolen by Siakam. Halliburton left side. Pass to Huff. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Huff's got his first 2 points.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Halliburton right side. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a nice finish by Tyrese Halliburton. Again, he's so big and long, he can finish in the painted area.
And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Out of bounds, it'll be Indiana's ball. Indiana making a switch here.
Substitution for your Pacers. Obi Toppin.
Indiana leading by 22. McCollum outside. Outside Mathurin. To the middle. Gordon with a steal. Here's Lowry. Finished off the break.
Well, that's Kyle Lowry. The burst of speed to beat everyone up the floor and leaves no doubt with the finish.
McConnell outside. Toppin outside. McCollum outside. Just 5 on the clock. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
The combo guard skills of McCollum. Not just a scorer, he's also a more than capable passer.
Back to Filipowski. And they're on the run. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, the Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
See, Kelly Oubre understands how to take advantage of his athleticism on the interior. That's nice.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
And it's Wiseman with the jam.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this. Well, you give him that much space, he's going to look like an elite shooter.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation.
There's a screen by Toppin. There's McCollum with the three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
George with the bucket.
Boy, there's a smoothness to Paul George's game. He's moving fast, but he makes it look easy.
Out to McCollum. 52 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. On the wing, Matherin. And a miss there on the triple. 76ers trail by 20. Outside Maxey. Indiana with a rebound. And here's McConnell. Still no points. "20 seconds left in the second. There's McCollum with the three. The Pacers again can't hit. Here's Grimes. McCollum with some nice D. Back to McConnell. Launches it. And so it's the Indiana Pacers ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back to the game after this break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nesmith on the wing. Some nice passing by Indiana here. They get it back. Back to Halliburton. Right side, Nesmith. Anthony on the double. Nembhard outside. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Up again. Outside for Halliburton. Shoots over George. Another miss by Halliburton.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
Nembhard for three. Joel Embiid pulls it down.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
76ers trail by 20. Here's Grimes. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Yeah, Grimes has the frame to work down low. I like when he gets inside.
Nembhard outside. Off target from outside. Now here's Maxey. The rebound by Nesmith. And now Indiana on the fast break. Halliburton with the ball. Picked up by Embiid. Pass to Nesmith. Nembhard for three. And Indiana misses again.
He struggles shooting the rock, yet they're still winning. It's a good thing his teammates have played well.
It's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Nembhard.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
George outside. Buries it down low. George has got 6 points.
The defense must push Paul George further out. This guy's so adept at finding ways to score inside.
Nembhard for three. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Pass to Embiid, and the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul of the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Fires, high post. George outside. Back to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get off a shot. A clear look for Embiid. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Embiid's got his first points in this one.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up. That's the work of an assertive offensive player.
Nembhard, good.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And for head coach Rick Carlisle, this is the third stint with the Indiana Pacers.
He begins as an assistant coach with them back in 1997, leaves the organization, but returns as the head coach in 2003, leaves after 2007, and then back in 2021, and now, of course, the winningest coach in franchise history.
Outside for Halliburton. Pass to Nesmith. On the wing, Nembhard. Off target with the three. And so Anthony will bring it up for the 76ers. It's Grimes on the wing. Lays it up and banks it in. Grimes has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Fires in the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And they got to refocus. Too many careless turnovers will kill your momentum.
The 76ers making a switch here. 76ers trail by 21. They set the pick. Here's Maxey. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
You know what time it is, Pacers Nation. Time to get out for your Pacers Pacers. That is your Pacers Pacers. Make some noise.
Pass to Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, George. Pure from three-point range. George has got 9 points.
Boy, Paul George now taking double the amount of threes he did when he first came in the league. Incredible.
Back to McConnell. McCollum looking it over. Here's Huff. There's the triple. That shot off. It could go. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Indiana Pacers feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. '76ers trail by 18. Pass to Bona. Missed inside. And here are the Pacers now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's McCollum. Outside for McConnell. Pass to Edgecombe. Now Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Here's Anthony. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
McConnell goes in. Pass to Walker. McCollum outside. Here's Huff. Out to McCollum. Outside Matherin. And it's Bona with the rebound. 76ers trail by 16. Here's George. Walker with some nice D. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Pass to McConnell. And stolen by Anthony. Maxey with it. Picked up by Matherin. Here's Bona. And he goes in for the dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Maxey with it. Here's Embiid. Fires the 3. Oh, book it. Embiid, a triple.
Man, we've seen Embiid hit threes for years, and his touch is still impressive. You just never see that on a man Joel's size.
Nembhard outside. Oh, the long ball, no good.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Pacers leading by 14. Halliburton outside. For 3. Money from 3.
Well, Andrew Nembhard steps into that in good rhythm. Nice catch and shoot opportunity.
Here's Embiid. Outside Anthony. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. And here's Halliburton. Now Siakam. Beyond the arc. Embiid there for the rebound.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Siakam there for the rebound. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Pacers.
They paid the price for sloppy ball control before, but tonight they kept it locked up tight.
Yeah, they did, and at the other end, they were very disruptive defensively.
And this will give them their 28th win of the year.
And it's clear who the better team is. They sweep the 4-game season series, just dominating them.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Pascal Siakam.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
6 on the shot clock. From downtown, the triple drop.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Halliburton right side. Puts up the tray. Cleared away by Embiid. Anthony outside. Oh, it misses. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that about wraps it up.